Now, welcoming on stage, Nathaniel Philip Roby.
Something strange just happened here. But I hadn't said anything yet, I didn't interact with any of you, and nothing physical really changed here. And yet, I was able to change the mood in this room, even if it is just by a little. And that begs the question of why. Music, in its most literal sense, is just vibrations passing through air. So how does moving air have the ability to change how you or I feel? But first, we should answer the question of why music exists in the first place. Music is old. Really, really old. As old as when Drake actually used to make good music. But that's besides the point. Think about it. From an evolutionary perspective, music doesn't seem all that useful. Good eyesight can help you find food, pain helps you avoid danger, and fear helps you survive. But music? A guitar riff can't save you from a predator. A piano can't ward away danger. And somehow, every culture on planet Earth has some form of music. Not some cultures, not most cultures, but every culture. A patriotic anthem can unite thousands of strangers, and a festive song can turn an ordinary gathering into a celebration. And every nation has its own music for joy, remembrance, worship, and even mourning. Lullabies, traditional hymns, and that unbearable music on YouTube Shorts, it's universal. We didn't invent it individually, but rather it's baked into us. Like opening the fridge every few minutes, hoping that food just magically appears. And on the topic of food, psychologist Steven Pinker once compared music to auditory cheesecake. His idea being that cheesecake tastes so delicious to us because it hijacks all the cravings that we evolved for actual food. Cheesecake can give us the sugars and the fats without the yucky veggies. And he thinks that music does the same exact thing to your brain's emotional and pattern recognition centers. After all, underneath everything else, your brain is just one huge pattern recognition machine. It's constantly looking for the patterns in faces, in language, and in hotel bathroom tiles. It's looking for a pattern because knowing what comes next is how you survive. And somewhere along the way, your brains are applying that same exact instinct to sound. A major chord follows a pattern that your brain has evolved to read as open, stable, and resolved. While a minor chord slightly breaks that pattern, and that small mismatch is enough for your brain to read it as tension, unease, or even sadness. But nobody really taught you this. Nobody told you to feel that way, and you didn't study it. It's wired into you. Your brain is a prediction machine. It's constantly trying to predict what comes next. And it's even predicting my next sentence. And music takes advantage of that. Take a listen to this. you don't know any music theory, your brain knows that something is missing, something is wrong here. And the completion to that is here. That small feeling of satisfaction, it isn't random. Researchers studying the brain during exposure to music have found that the moments leading up to a musical peak, the anticipation itself lit up the brain's reward centers. Waiting was part of the reward. And silence itself can be a great instrument. But music doesn't just affect the brain, it affects the body too. Your motor system is constantly trying to predict the next beat. And when it finally nails that prediction, it wants to physically confirm it by moving. And that's what you may observe as tapping your feet. And this effect is seen more clearly in the human heart. When listening to music with a steady, compelling and strong beat, the human heart rate tends to synchronize with the tempo of the song. And what that means is that upbeat, more energetic, happy songs will increase your heart rate, while slower, soothing, calming music can lower that. And that comes to show music isn't just something that you listen to, it's a full body experience. Before music got complicated enough for treaties and shared plans, a shared rhythm may have been the only thing keeping people together. Music may have been one of the earliest tools that helped people stay connected, before we had the words to say why. And music is a great social glue. We see that even today. Music is seen at weddings, at celebrations, and at some of the happiest moments of our lives. But also some of the hardest. I can still vividly remember cuddling up with my late grandmother to watch The Sound of Music. It was her favorite movie, and those moments together meant the world to me. And back then, that music didn't just fill the room, it created memories. Memories that I will cherish with me forever in my heart. And that brings me to this one old song. Tea, a drink with jam and bread, and that will bring us back to dough. To you, that might have been just some song, just some noise, but to me, it's much, much more than that. It's laughter, shared conversations, late movie nights, memories spent with someone that I'd loved and then lost. And that is the strange and mystical power of music. It can turn sound into emotions, those emotions into memories, and those memories will last you a lifetime. And that is all.